What's going on, you guys? The new balance changes are coming out and they are currently in work in progress, so we're going to take a look at them. So we have Giant, Little Prince, Evo Knight, Evo Tesla, Ram Rider, Prince, Spear Goblins, Dark Goblins, Goblin Cage, Void, and Dagger Duchess. So these changes are honestly pretty big in my opinion, especially the Little Prince and Dagger Duchess change. So right here, we're starting off. We have Giant, nerf, range minus 25%. It's going from 1.6 tiles to 1.2. I do believe that was needed because Giant is pretty overpowered in the current meta, but let me know what you guys think. So Little Prince is next. This nerf is pretty hard hitting in my opinion. Charge damage minus 75%, going from 399 hit points to 99 hit points. That is insane in my opinion. Like when I read this, I was like, are they like serious? Like that's an insane nerf. And then the first hit time for the Little Prince is 0.2 seconds. Before it was 0.2 seconds and after 0.5. That nerf is a bit different, but the charge damage is completely insane. I think that's way too heavy of a nerf, but I don't know. So Evolve Knight nerf, HP multiplier minus 9%. So this nerf is basically just reverting him to his normal health as his normal Knight stage. And they did this a lot with recent cards actually. With the Archer card and the Firecracker, they reverted it to its original health compared to giving it extra health on its Evo. So I think that's honestly balanced. I think that should keep going with current nerfs and current Evos, like they did with Wizard also and Goblin Barrel. So I think that's pretty good. And then Evo Tesla is getting a nerf. Pulse damage minus 23%. That sucks. It really does. And then pulse stun minus 50%. That sucks even more. That is a whole, like, divided by 2. Like, this is insane. This nerf is really, really bad. But I guess it's fair being that they did give Tesla a death shockwave. But that's just my opinion. And then Ram Rider is getting a buff. Charge distance is going from 3 tiles to 1.5 tiles. This is really good for a buff. Just because if they zap your Ram Rider, use a giant snowball, anything that just stops your Ram Rider or Ram Rider, or I was gonna say Prince because Prince also has the same thing. So I'm just gonna talk about both. If they have anything that stop these cards, they're gonna charge back pretty fast within like maybe a second or 2 seconds, because the 1.5 tiles is not that much of a walking distance. So they're gonna get their charge really fast, especially because if they're near the tower and they only have to walk 1.5 tiles, they're going to get a charge in when they're super close to the tower, compared to right now, they wouldn't be able to get a charge in and they'd be doing so much less damage, or maybe not even going to be hitting the tower. Alright, so Spirit Goblins are getting a buff. First hit time minus 40%. That's pretty good, honestly, just because it's going from 0.5 to 0.3 seconds. That's honestly decent. I don't have much to say about that one. Dark Goblin buff, damage plus 8%. That's honestly good. I don't see a lot of people using Dark Goblin now because it really is out of the meta. Except for Ken. Like, I watched one of Ken's videos the other day. He was using Dark Goblin with Dagger Duchess. So I feel like it is pretty needed for a buff, because it used to be really good in the meta, but now it's not really used. Same with Goblin Cage here. Goblin Cage is getting a buff. Cage HP plus 5%. That's in my opinion. I wonder what they did that for. I feel like they honestly test these cards for specific things. So I feel like there is specifics for it. I'm not too sure though. But that's just my opinion. That's just my thought. Alright, so Void rework. So first hit time plus 150%. That is huge for Void. That means when you place your Void, it's going to take 1 whole second before it gets the first hit. And then the hit speed is getting buffed from 0.667 hits to 0.769 hits. So that means every second, Void is going to hit the tower 0.769 instead of 0.667, or hit the troops or the tower however many faster that was. But the first hit time is pretty sucky, just because if they have Hog Router, if they have wall breakers, anything that moves really fast, that first hit time is going to do like really bad against those type of cards, because it might only get 1 hit compared to 2 hits or 3 hits, or however many you get, unless you place it further back. So I definitely feel like Void is definitely going to have to use a bit more strategized now, and going to have to place farther back, being that it is 1 second before it gets its first hit. So we're going to go into Dagger Duchess. Option 1 rework. Okay. Oh, okay. This makes sense. I thought it was one whole rework. So Dagger Duchess option 1 rework, minus 27% plus 32% hit speed. That is honestly really, really good in my opinion. Just because the hit speed goes up, and although the damage goes down, that does suck. but the hit speed does make up for it. And I honestly thought this was this was like a whole rework in one, because the next rework is dagger stored minus 25%, and it goes down to 6 daggers instead of 8 daggers. Now this is also a really good option in my opinion. They made these nerfs and buffs for the dagger duchess really well. I can't talk right now. So I think this is a really good change in my opinion. Either one of these I would personally be okay with, because I originally thought it was both of these reworks combined, and I was thinking to myself, holy crap, 6 daggers minus 27% damage, like dagger duchess is going to be out of the meta. That's what I was thinking. I was so like, oh my god, this is like game changing. Like they're not going to be able to like release this. But since it is two different things, I definitely think either one is perfectly okay with me, because it feels like the same kind of rework, just because the damage does make up for the two other daggers. So I don't know, that's just my opinion. But let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and sub if you did, and please check out my other videos if you did enjoy. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day, you guys.